It's a process of failure. I mean, it is. And I think most people, they don't realize quite, I think, how much failure goes into something. And how much the writing process itself is about just failing. I mean, just on the day-to-day level. Primarily, it's the sense of constantly writing things that aren't going to be in their final form. You're constantly coming up with ideas that don't work, words that don't work, characters that don't work, plays that don't work, and then, you know, working on a play for 4 or 5 months and then realizing it's awful. There's this sickness. You know, you wake up and you read over the play and you're like, that's just terrible. But you know that that's helpful because you write these 4 or 5 months that didn't work, but at the same time you learned a lot about what doesn't work. And that moves you in the direction of doing something that does work. I'm 34, and a few months ago I won the David C. Horn Prize, Yale Drama Award, which Edward Albee was the final judge. Not only does it have Albee as the judge, but it comes with a $10,000 prize. Every day begins with looking at what I did the day before. First moment is almost always bad. Usually I work on a computer, but sometimes actually just looking at the screen, going over and over and over again at a particular few pages, you get a little ill. I'll actually print out some few pages every couple weeks or so, and then work strictly on the page, because just simply seeing it in a different form will just get you a little less clouded. How do you know the line's right? What usually happens, there's a kind of back and forth with the character itself. I mean, put words into that person's mouth, and then you'll hear them give you the line back. You can almost hear the character saying, no, I wouldn't say this, you idiot. You know, there's that sense of, you're not getting me. You know, you're not getting it right, this is not how I sound. But even sometimes then you do get something, oh, this is exactly what I would say, the character. But then you look at context and it doesn't work, you know, because that's not when the character would say that particular line, or something the character would say, but not at that moment. Something in there that doesn't make them better, really, but it makes them fuller in a certain sense. And I think that becomes the audience. You know, how can I add something? How can I make a life fuller?